And the winner of the Twitter retweet Day in the Life contest is
Nick Papagiorgio.
Took Nick to my famous foot spa. How'd you like it?
9 out of 10, only because the ceiling was about ready to fall in. But we'll get a 9 out of 10.
But it didn't fall in.
Nope.
So 10 out of 10. Now let's go to Rollin' Smoke and get some great barbecue.
Hell yeah.
Just dry, cold pork or cold whatever.
The World Series of Poker, $10,000 main event day 2. We bagged up $90,000. Coming back to a pretty good table draw overall, but we happen to have the worst seat possible with the two most accomplished players in seat 6 and 7 when I'm in seat 5. So we're gonna open a little tighter, but call the recreationals a little looser. Still gonna stick with our no 3-bet strategy unless absolutely necessary. Small ball, survival, slow and steady accumulation is the goal. My intention is to bag 200,000. Let's bag and tag. With blinds at 300, 600 with a 100 ante. Under the gun raises it to 1,400. I'm in the cutoff with pocket aces. The best hand ever created. We're gonna stick with the 0% 3-bet game plan and just trap these fools. I especially like this spot because of the strength of the under the gun raise and the two most aggressive and seasoned pros on my left. So I put in the 1,400. Triple draw champion on the button makes it 4,800 off of a 28K stack. Action folds to the under the gun player and he makes it 15,000. I can't believe this situation's working out. I can't believe I have aces. The question is, should I just flat or should I shove all in and look discouraged, try to pick up the alleged pot? I decide shove looks best. I could rep like ace, king, jacks, queens, something like that. So I shove all in, having them both covered. Under the gun started the hand with 50,000. Button puts in the call. Under the gun looks very perturbed and folds, which he later claims is pocket jacks. The flop comes jack, 10, 8. He curses his luck. The turn is a 4 and the river is a 9. The button says yes, slaps his hands together and wins 70-some thousand chip pot, and we now have just over 50,000. With blinds at 300, 600, I'm under the gun with ace, queen of clubs, make it 1,300. Old recreational calls, another player calls in the cutoff, and the button, an accomplished German. GTO bot makes it 6,000. I have 47,000 to start the hand. I think jamming will be a little bit too much. Folding will be a little too weak, but calling is just right. We put in the call, old guy folds, and cutoff calls. The flop comes queen, 9, 4. One club, I check. Cutoff check, button bets 10,000. With 40,000 behind, I think our options are call or jam. I don't really want to continue the hand out of position against a competent German. A lot of bad runouts. King, jack, 10, all scare cards. So I shove all in for 40,000, putting my main event life at risk. The cutoff tanks and eventually folds jacks. And the German snap calls. He shows ace queen offsuit. We have a free roll. The turn is a brick and the river's a brick, and we chop it up. Slight profit. With blinds at 300, 600, 100 ante, action folds to me in the cutoff. I look down at 2 black kings and make it 1300. The button, the villain with the queen that doubled up earlier, 3 bets to 4,500. I started this hand with 50,000 and I'm licking my chops. We're going to stay aggressive and really put the pressure on this probably wide button 3 bet. So I make it 13,000. He thinks for a while and puts in the call. Thinking no ace on the flop, let's get it in. The flop comes 5-5 deuce rainbow. I bet a meager 10,000, setting up a turn jam. He puts in the call. He's going to continue with all of his pocket pairs here, maybe even some ace highs. The turn is an offsuit queen. I have 27,000 behind, and I shove all in. Hopefully he'll call us off with ace queen, pocket jacks, pocket tens, something like that. He puts in the call and he shows pocket aces. The river's a brick, and we are out of the World Series of Poker $10,000 main event once again, extending my record to 0 for 13. Feels good to run good in the most important event of the year. See you guys next time.
Well, Jeff, sadly your record is still improving.
0 for 13. Another year, another $10,000 contributed to the main event champion. The devastation is palpable. The brutal journey to get to day 2 becomes unwarranted. I'm at a loss for words, but sometimes just not meant to be. I played great, and that's all I can do.
You are starting today with like a 90K stack, and what happened?
Yeah, 90K, 150 blinds to start the day. Just going with a real small ball approach, just waiting for premium hands. No bluffing. I'm a horrible bluffer. I've learned from the past. No more bluffing. So I picked up aces, flatted a raise, got the squeeze I wanted, got the 4 bet I wanted. I 5 bet him, got the call from queens, got the fold from jacks. He rivers a straight, bad beat, whatever. Trapped him good for 70,000, so there goes half my stack. And then the same guy that had the queens got me with aces versus my kings, cut off versus button, and just unavoidable. That's poker. In case you guys didn't know, this is the one, the only
Kevin Mathers, but everyone knows me as Kev Math on Twitter. So if you're not following me on Twitter, you're following Jeff, follow me on Twitter as well. I provide all sorts of poker information for the masses, and all sorts of answer pretty much every question about poker that people ask me, even the ones that they ask me repeatedly. I also answer every time.
Kev Math is the man behind the World Series of Poker Twitter account. So any questions you ask or tweet at Wsop, he handles every single one of them. Probably close to 10,000 this summer, is that about right?
Yeah, that sounds about right. And to be fair, I don't answer I'm not answering. All the tweets are not from me. There's I would say 98% come from me, but there's a couple other people that handle the account as well. So, but I try to answer all the easy questions, and I'll let someone else answer the hard stuff. His
service is invaluable. He works very hard at all hours of the night. He'll usually respond in a few minutes. DM him, follow him, and I'm not asking for donations, but if you just give him $1 per question asked, that's $10,000 more in his pocket. He could play the main event every year, or just eat like a king every night because he works hard.
I think I look like I eat like a king, though. I'm a little round, but I do okay.
You got to enjoy the pleasures of life.
Yes, that's true, and I appreciate that.
We appreciate what you do, Kev Math. Make sure you follow him on Twitter at KevMath, WSOP.com during the summer, and say hi when you see him in the hallway. He's always here.
Hi there.
The other thing that hurts about busting the main is having to text 10 to 20 people to let them know that you're no longer in. Your friends, family, investors, they're all rooting for you, and you got to tell them the bad news. Guess it would hurt worse if I felt I played bad, but played tight, aggressive, not too out of line, and that's all you can really do at the end of the day. So let's go get some Lotus of Siam and enjoy life a little bit.
I got second. I don't remember my two.
Just when you think things can't get any worse, my air conditioning stops blowing cold air. It's 113 degrees out.
Hot town, summer in the city, back of my neck getting dirt and gritty.
Doing the drive of shame, so we're doing a detour to the dealership so they can get this shit fixed.
Been down, isn't it a pity? Doesn't seem to be a shadow in the city.